Whatever, dude. Oh, yes. I'm happy to see you, man.
You too, bro.
Oh, God.
Oh, the intro's so short now. I forgot, dude.
Yeah, we shortened it down a little bit. We, we're efficiency.
Yeah.
I'm taking sort of a Doge type approach. Dope. Department of Podcast Efficiency is what we're doing here today. Guys, look who's back. Paul Monteleone, welcome back to the show,
Dude,
my friend.
Happy to be here. And like I said, I made a promise to myself. I'm big about not letting myself be happy until I achieve things.
What do you mean by that?
Like,
Expound.
I was like, I'm not doing the 100 Davidson Radio Hour until I get a new job. And here we are, dude.
Hey, Paul Monteleone. It's been a little over a year since you came on the show. Does that sound correct?
Dude,
February 24?
Was it?
I think so. Maybe even longer than that.
Damn, dude. Yeah.
Isn't that crazy that we've been friends now for years?
What? Yeah. Yeah, for real.
It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun, I think.
Yeah. For sure.
Welcome back. We both dressed up for the show. I believe you wore this Marlins jersey last time you came.
I actually wore a different
Marlins
one.
jersey.
I'm going Marlins jersey every time I'm making a public appearance.
That is sick. I like that a lot. Gary Sheffield today.
Yes.
You're fine as Sheffield for the occasion.
Yes. He was named in the Balco steroids report, but I don't think he was doing it on the Marlins. I don't think he was doing it on the Marlins.
While he was here.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. How are you? So the last time you were on the show, we had performed recently. We had met each other at a Deaf Noodles Comedy Club show. Deaf Noodles Comedy Club no longer. and now you're free. You're gone. And I heard you went on a vision quest.
Yes.
Would you like to talk about that?
Okay. Dude, I've had a crazy last couple weeks.
Yeah. What have you been doing? You've been busy.
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
been doing lots of stuff.
Did an open mic before this. I'm kind of just
shit, dude. That's real working comedian stuff.
But
mics.
You know,
I love it.
So yeah, I mean, the past 2 weeks I've been trying to figure out what I'm doing with my job stuff.
Uh-huh.
Luckily, I've got a new gig.
Yes.
For a manager producer, I'm very excited about
that's
it.
Awesome. But when you're making a change like that, you want to make sure that your mentals are squared away.
Yeah. So I did go to Joshua Tree to kind of find myself.
Awesome.
And I went. The thing people don't tell you this: you gotta book Airbnbs on Wednesday nights because nobody else does that, and they're cheaper.
Wednesday nights. Okay, is that
just
real?
So just like weekday nights, like you know, people have jobs, so they're typically not going on vision quests on Wednesday nights.
You booked the Airbnb for a Wednesday.
Yeah. That was my vision.
Wednesday night vision quest.
Yeah.
People. Well, I don't know. It's this city. Who knows? It's probably.
I know. Yeah, a lot of people don't work in Los Angeles.
So you have an Airbnb booked out in the desert in Joshua Tree.
Yes.
Okay.
It had a hot tub.
Oh, nice.
Very nice, dude. I took a fucking beautiful picture of my Honda Civic in just the desert.
Yeah.
She was looking beautiful, dude.
Yeah. You took that awesome pic of you with the Honda Civic in the garage when you were leaving. I really like that picture.
Thank you, brother.
The Civic's getting airtime.
Dude, yeah. The Civic needs airtime. It's 2010. What a beauty. But dude, we live in a very, just to kind of bring a larger picture here, like we live in like a time where it's like everything you put out there is like your like it's like plot for yourself. I'm like, what are
interesting?
I'm like, I could just leave my job and like have it not be a thing, but I'm like, let me make an Instagram story of me posing in front of my car in the parking garage.
Right.
Like, what does that say about me? What does that say about society at large? I don't really know.
I think probably nothing, honestly.
So I'm like, could I be? Let me be as dramatic as possible about this.
Yeah. Well, that's what I like about you. You have a flair for the drama. You're plot focused. You're very plot focused.
Speaking of Midnight, I went to see Midnight Cowboy last night. not plot focused.
Not plot.
I am plot focused because I like a story.
Yeah.
God forbid I go to the movies for a story.
Yeah. Oh, 2025. Dude.
Yeah.
Can we not just fucking lay it out and let it go?
You know. So So I did the car thing. That was fun.
That was cool.
Rage Against the Machine. You know me. I'm just really against the machine.
Oh, okay. I thought that's what you were listening to on your drive to Joshua Tree. What were you listening
That's
to?
a great
on your drive
question.
to Joshua Tree?
It was a little bit of a mixed playlist. I went with this gal who, great lady.
Great lady.
You know, and I kind of
Great lady, yeah. Sure, she's just a friend.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and we went out there.
And you don't want to name drop her on the show.
I don't think she would care, but
Okay.
like I don't.
All right,
yeah,
sure. We won't do it. We'll move on.
It's the essence. So but
okay.
no.
So you and your friend.
Yeah.
You go out. You go out to the desert.
No. Yeah. We went out to the desert, and I'm being attacked.
Yeah, don't mind
but,
her.
Went out to the desert, and I kind of was like, let me just kind of realize what I've done the past 3 years. Working at this job. It's the only job I've known in LA.
Yeah.
And just kind of think about where I'm headed and
what you've accomplished.
Yeah,
and the people that you've met.
Yeah, and like, you know, am I a better person than I was 3 years ago? No.
Are you worse?
I don't.
No.
I'm a little worse in like a business, like I'm maybe
in like a like playing the game aspect of it. Yeah.
I used to like have a pure soul. I mean, I think I do still have a pure soul, which gets me in trouble sometimes. But
yes,
but
it is. I've always felt that it's your pure soul that gets you in trouble.
yeah. But you know, I'm climbing rocks, and I was also thinking about. let me just. I wanted to get to what I was talking about. Like, I'm thinking like, am I ready for a relationship? Do I want that? Like, I kind of like to roam. I kind of like to be an individual.
You're a freewheeling guy.
I do like to freewheel, and I can understand how like when you're in a partnership, like you can't be doing that type of stuff.
You can't freewheel, yeah.
Yeah.
You can't.
Well,
you
can like, and you know, you can, but it's just like I don't know, and I'm also kind of like restless sometimes. I'm not the easiest person always to you know to. Not because I've dated so many people, obviously zero. But
but you're saying you think you know, you want to fix some things about yourself or work on some things before entering in a relationship, or you think you're ready to do that?
Yes, and then also just like where I'm at in my life, like it wouldn't be fair necessarily because like I just have a lot of things I want to do.
Yeah,
so, like,
but that doesn't mean you have to.
I do wonder,
you
like
know.
People that are like really, you know, getting a lot of shit done with their passions, like
very ambitious people.
Yeah. How can you be in like a state? I don't know, dude. Maybe.
I think you just make it work, and it works best if your partner is equal in ambition to you. I think.
Yeah, I don't want to like. I don't know.
I don't want an ambitious woman.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I was gonna say I don't want to date somebody in entertainment.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But that's not.
But it makes it kind of hard living in this city doing what we do.
Yeah. Like I don't know. I mean, I guess no. I'm not really that open to it.
You're not open to it.
No, I don't think I don't. Because I don't want that, dude. I don't want.
Yeah.
Like you know, I'm just a big believer in like we all provide things to the world.
Everyone has
and everybody has their own
to
person.
give.
Yeah. So like I don't want more of me. Like what the
right?
What
I
the
don't
hell's
want
that
somebody
about?
else that thinks they're the funniest person in the room all the time. And get the fuck out of here.
No, I
that was me speaking for myself. That wasn't about you.
Make no mistake. On this trip, there was a spider. On the kitchen table, and I said, "Are you gonna get that?"
And did she?
No,
you got it. Oh, you left it there.
Well,
Well,
I think
nice.
she's like about not killing insects and like
cool. Like whatever.
Yeah,
there's a trillion of them.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know what the right stance is on that.
On killing, do you think insects have souls?
Only
does an ant have a soul?
Does an ant have a soul?
Yes.
Only the black ones, I think.
Oh, fire ants don't have souls.
Dude, those are mean boys.
Those are mean. You ever
boys.
been bit by a fire ant?
No.
No, dude. We used to have a lot of ant hills where I was growing up, and we like to play around in the dirt. You know, we like to roll around in the dirt and the grass. And yeah, I definitely rolled into. I don't know if they would be. They were red ants that would bite you, but I don't think they were technically fire ants. Because I've heard fire ants is like a whole different thing.
What do you mean?
Like I've heard, like I think there's red ants and there's fire ants.
Okay.
And there's bullet ants. You ever watch Coyote Peterson videos?
No, I like that name though.
Coyote Peterson's this guy on YouTube that would be like, today I've gone out and I found the bird hawk spider. This is the most painful insect bite that you can find in the wilderness, and I'm gonna let it bite me for science. And then he would like get this thing on here and be like, oh my gosh, there it is, and then it would bite him, and then it would be just like 7 minutes of him just being like, oh. It's pretty good videos, man. I think you like Coyote Peterson.
Yeah, I'm scared of most animals.
Really?
Dude, also another thing, whenever I like smoke weed, I feel like I get super beta. I'm just like, whatever you want. I don't know. I don't wanna talk to the spiders.
And okay, but super beta. Is it like a you feel yourself sink within?
I kind of just become like very passive.
Yeah,
like.
But I think that's kind of like it's easy going.
Yeah,
you know, do fucking whatever.
Yeah.
I can understand not wanting to kill a spider.
No, I mean I think that's actually a completely reasonable stance.
Yeah.
Or even you could like do the cup method where you just bring it outside.
Yeah,
but
what am I now? This fucking spider's Uber? Is he tipping? Like what's going on here?
That's funny.
Man. I was just gonna fucking ask you something. Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, I went out there, and then on my drive back, dude, I've almost never felt so motivated to like.
Wow, you're ready to get
passions.
back and attack.
Yeah. I was like, I was speaking to the sweet lass in the car.
your baby G, your baby girl. Yeah.
No, man.
Well, sorry.
No. I don't think she would say that either.
Okay, right. And can I just ask, is there an age difference between you guys?
The absolute fucking. The fucking Chris Paul to Blake Griffin you're doing to me right now is ridiculous.
It's Lob City on the show today.
Yeah, but I mean that's really age is just but a number, really.
Yes. And we should say it's all completely legal and
it's older. It's older.
Yeah, just that. Yeah, obviously, I think we should say that. Because when you say something like age is just a number on my show, I think we should clarify. You're dating a woman that is your elder.
Yes.
Sorry, not like, dating. You're seeing a woman that's your elder.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
And do you feel like you learn things from her?
For sure. I mean, like somebody that's just been in a relationship period before you learn things from. And I mean, I'm also like, I don't know, dude. What does it mean to like just be in like a thing that you're not actually dating? Like, I just think people, we can all learn a lot from each other and have fun. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, humans. It's just cool to connect with another human on any level, right?
So
do you learn like I find and you're just a little older than me, but I find I just
you just turned 24.
I just turned 24.
Okay,
I just had a birthday, turned 24, and I was talking about it on stage a little bit, but there's just so many like basic things that I thought I would know by the time I was 24 that I just I still can't put like a fitted sheet on my bed properly.
That's
and
insane.
Like there's so much, and I was wondering beyond like relationships, is there any like real world stuff that she teaches you? Like
that's a great question.
Yeah.
No.
I'm trying to.
Not really.
You're pretty capable. I think you're probably a more capable guy than I am.
By a little bit, brother.
Yeah. We're in the same league. We're in the same league. You're an all-star. I'm cracking the rotation.
But yeah. I mean, and then on my way back, I was just telling her like, I really want to like do comedy like I was as a writer, but also like I've been getting. I don't know, dude. I feel like I've been so just into stand-up.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what capacity that's going to turn into, but, like, I'm going to keep doing it. I don't see, like, when or if it's going to end of me doing it, like, several times a week, if not more often, and I'm just in it.
You like doing it, and you're good at it, and you're getting better at
it. Thank you. Yeah, and that was another thing, like, I was also just telling her on my way back, like, I'm doing this set tonight, my last set at Badger and Jam. I was thinking 'cause I have to leave for my new job, which is fine. It's all part of the situation.
And you'll be coming back on Tuesday nights.
Yes. Yeah.
You come to some late mics on a Tuesday.
Yeah,
we
no,
can hang
for
out.
sure,
That'd be
for
nice.
sure. We haven't seen each other.
We
in
haven't
a
seen
hot
each
sec.
other's sets in
for
a
sure.
while.
I
Yeah,
got
that'd be
new.
fun,
I got
yeah.
new stuff, dude.
I got new jokes. They're all not very good, but we'll do it.
So I was just being like, yeah, like this is really, I feel like what I'm meant to do.
Yeah.
You know, and and then I went back and I texted you because I wanted you to go, but it's
Yeah,
all good.
right,
you
right.
had to see LeBron. You had to see Daddy LeBron.
I had to go see Daddy LeBron, my glorious king, dude. I had to go see him. God, yeah. You want me to talk about that? You want me to talk about?
Let me just wrap this up.
Finish
And
your
then,
thought.
yeah. So I was just saying, like, I was just really felt passionate about comedy, and like I'm just always thinking about jokes, and that's why it is annoying to hang out with me for long stretches of time, because also again I was just very restless and like thinking about jokes, thinking about what's the future, and that's also why this is more like, where's my happiness? I don't know. We'll circle back on that, but I went to Badger and Jam, did my last set there, and it was just very like, this is where I'm at with my life. How am I as like a partner in life, whether it's a friend or a romantic situation. And it was full Gerard Carmichael, like no punchlines, a lot of pauses.
Just talking. Just talking and thinking. Which is funny. It's just funny at Badger and Jam, because this is fully lit and there's just 8 other comics, and you're just like
I found myself in the desert, guys. I found myself in the desert.
I had an audio issue for a second. All right, sorry, continue.
And it was nice because like that I've been hosting, like I put on Instagram, I've been hosting Thursday nights for the better, like almost every Thursday for the past 2 years.
Yeah.
Like, at Def Noodles and then at Badger and Jam. So it just felt like the end of an era. Like, and I also just realized, you know, getting that much stage time, like I feel like I've definitely grown. And one of my, shout out Kate Gaffney, very nice comedian.
Yes,
very funny.
Kate Gaffney's the best.
Yeah, she you know, knew me when I first started, and then she was there on that last set. So it was just cool to see, you know, people that have seen you from the beginning.
Right.
So it felt nice.
That is very cool.
And yeah, so that was very deeply. I hate to say it, it was kind of therapeutic.
Wow. It was cathartic almost.
Very. So I just been. And I mean, a truly at peace person doesn't just go to Josh Retreat on like 8 hours notice.
A person that's got it all together isn't like, let me take a midweek vision quest in the desert at night.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I think if I keep getting shots up in the gym though, or at Plummer Park, like I think that'll like solve all my problems.
And it's like it's cringy for like me to say as like just a fucking white guy that
that's got a good mid-range jumper.
A guy that has a nice shot, but for like literally, I'm like, dude, if I'm feeling really down, I'm just like, let me just go to the court and just put shots up. Like that is genuinely something that I do. That I'm like, I just forget about everything else. Just me and the ball and the hoop, dude. And it's like I've never played organized like I've played IM basketball. It's not like this is like basketball. I do think is a big part of my life, but it's hilarious and cringy to say that because it's like, look at like I'm just
I think it's important to have hobbies that you're not like trying to be LeBron at,
right?
You know,
right.
So I think
that's also part of my problem is that if I'm in an empty gym shooting by myself, I'll finish and be like, I think I could try out for some kind of league team. Not the NBA, obviously, but
just you know,
it's crazy, dude. Yeah, we played for maybe 30 minutes last night, 2-on-2, and I'm in such bad shape. I was like, I think I'm gonna throw up right now.
Full court, half court.
Half court, half court, and like a lot of not a lot of drives to the hoop. You know, after the first couple possessions, it was like we're gonna try to get open on the perimeter. But it was a very hoop. I wanted to see your finale at the Badger and Jam, but
yeah, tell me about Sweet Daddy LeBron.
Gosh, well, okay, so first of all, Wednesday we went to Pistons Clippers at the brand new Intuit Dome.
Yes, how do you feel about the Intuit Dome?
I have a lot of thoughts on the Intuit Dome.
So do I.
The Intuit Dome, gorgeous building on the inside. Really cool to just like see and walk around. The screen, the big Jumbotron, biggest Jumbotron I've ever seen, might be a little too big for my taste. But I'm assuming that this is where your thoughts are going to be and where mine are. They have implemented a new system for getting into the Intuit Dome.
Continue.
You have to download the Intuit Dome app. Which is, as you could imagine, one of the worst apps, just like in terms of user experience. It's awful.
Yeah.
And then they have, you have your identity pass and you have your game face ID where you can scan your face and in theory just walk into the stadium, walk into concession stands and little shops and just take things and leave, and the cameras that are all over the stadium will recognize your face, charge you, let you in. Dystopian thing to imagine. Yeah. Also, doesn't really work that well. We had two friends that went in just the scan your ticket line. I went in outside. I set up my game face ID. Let's see what this is all.
Cattle.
I am. I'm a corporate shill is what I am. And so I go to the game face ID line, which is supposed to be streamlined, fast, efficient, Doge level efficiency. And it's chaos there. There's 4 ushers with iPads. They all seem to be close to my age. One of them looked younger than me. Complete panic. There's pictures popping up on their iPads and they're calling out names to like get people to come in because it was like kind of raining. I think that may have been part of it, but the cameras were not identifying people as fast as they were coming. So like a mob is forming and everybody in this line thinks they can just walk right in because they have it on their phone. So are they
like, if you have the identity pass, you can't just walk right in, is what you're saying.
Right. If you have the identity pass and the game face ID are different.
But the game face, you can walk right in.
Theoretically. I was prepared to walk right in. Yeah. So there's 3 people going, back up. Back up. Please back up and form a line. And everyone's like, what the hell? This is game face ID. We're supposed to be able to. And
I got my game face on.
Yeah. So I'm taking my glasses off and my hat off and trying to like line up with the camera. Some guy's like, Isaac. You know, Charlize. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. And then I'm staring at the camera and finally, Hunter. And I'm like, I'm going in like fucking hell. Just the line situation is crazy there. For as much as they wanted this high-tech, seamless thing to enhance the experience, I felt like it took away from it.
I completely agree. I went there, like, it's just unnecessary, dude. Like, there's no problem with fucking scanning a ticket, like, as all other places do.
So, sorry, go ahead.
Like, you know, and then they also, what I'm being sold on is, like, there are, like, sensors to see what section is the loudest, and, like, the loudest can get, like, a fucking
bonus,
can get a free hot dog or something.
Yeah,
I don't
right.
know what,
no, that's exactly what it is. Yeah. And they actually something that I do think is kind of cool, but there's no way that these things stay operated. They have like buttons on the seat, and in between timeouts, they have interactive games for the whole stadium.
That makes me want to kill myself. Fully.
It is like, all right, but
that's like you're in Vegas and you're just like.
Yeah,
like that's what that makes me feel like. That's what that makes me feel like.
Yeah. But I can see it. They're very family focused. I think they want to make it a fun thing for the whole family, which is also weird because the wall, their like pseudo student section or whatever, is like supposed to be like you can just smoke there. Like you can just so I don't. It just seems like they're trying to do too much.
Also, did you hear? So I'm a big on like reading about the bars staying open. Like there was a West Hollywood. They proposed that it would stay open until 4 a.m. And then I think that got shut down before it happened.
Yeah.
But now the only place that serves alcohol that stays open at 4 a.m. is like literally the Billionaires Club at the Intuit Dome.
Sure. Yeah. Right. Like you have to be one of Steve Ballmer's friends to use it.
Literally,
yeah.
it's like if you were to, I was reading the numbers. Like even for one game, it's like $5K, $10K, and like if you were to pay for like season tickets, it'd be like $1 million or something.
And
it's like okay, I could just have a beer at 3 a.m. at home.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
But we did see Obama.
Whoa.
Obama was sitting down there with Ballmer, which was kind of cool.
You get your binoculars out or like what?
I wish that I brought binoculars. Dude, my dad. Any football game I ever went to with my dad, it didn't matter if it was high school football games when I was like a kid, Michigan games, Lions game, any football game I went to with my dad, he would bring binoculars to watch the line. He would say, I gotta watch line play, dude. I have to see the boys in the trenches fire off from their stances. My dad loved that shit.
That's awesome.
So I was sitting there, but I do have, to bring it back to corporate shillery, the iPhone 16 Pro. capable of 25x zoom.
I have a bit on the iPhone
Maintaining-
16.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to.
You don't want to burn it on the
No.
show. Okay. Yeah. Clear image. Pretty clear image is. Hold on. I'll probably flash this in post too. But there's Obama.
Whoa. With Ballmer. I didn't know they're boys.
Yeah. I guess. I mean, I imagine once you reach his level of money, you can kind of be boys with anybody. You know. James Harden had 50 points. That was cool.
That is cool.
Cade
He's getting up
Cunningham,
there.
great game. Yeah, I know. I was thinking it's probably one of the last 50-point games we'll see from him.
Yeah.
But then that was all just appetizer for the main event, dude. The Crypto.com Center. First of all, old-fashioned in the sense that you just scan your ticket, right? You know, but much more seamless to get in and out of.
Yes.
In case anybody's wondering.
Yeah.
About the logistical.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, it's all about LeBron. You know, he's my glorious king. He's El Rey, El Duro, El Mio, LeBron James. Did you watch that video?
No, I don't.
Yeah, it's a good video. I'll send it to you. It's this little kid. Have you ever seen those the blind ranking things?
Oh no, you did send me
Yeah,
that. You
yeah,
did send me
yeah,
that.
yeah.
You did send me that. You did send me that. I
It's
saw
a good
that.
video,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah,
You should
yeah.
go check out that video. That
I also you
referenced.
sent me a reel 17 minutes ago. Have not looked at it. My bad. My
I
bad.
sent Paul a lot of reels. Paul, because I love sending reels, and but I feel bad because sometimes I have people in my life that I'll send like 19 in a row to, and just no response. But once you sent me a couple, and I said Paul's open to me sending him reels, so I send them to you now. LeBron James, 31-point double-double. Luka Doncic, 32-point double-double. Jalen Brunson, great game. Overtime comeback thriller victory for
Dude,
the
that was
Lakers.
a great game. That's a great game to go to.
Electric. There was a half-court $100,000
Oh right, I heard about
prize
that.
shot. That was cool. Larry David was there. LD down courtside.
Lil Dicky.
Lil Dicky was there. He was with us actually up in the top, up towards the nosebleeds. But man, apparently LeBron and Stephen A got in a fight afterwards.
Yes, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But where do you think the Lakers are going in the playoffs?
that's a great question. I think I wouldn't want to play him. I do think eventually you have to play Denver and you have to play a team that has centers. Jackson Hayes has played great since the trade, but you need bodies to throw at Jokic.
Do you think that Mark Williams trade would have been a positive for the Lakers?
I do. I'm a big Dalton Connect fan. I love to see a white boy out there shooting that thing, but they need another big guy down low. Like that's clearly more of their problem than having like another young shooter right now.
Yeah.
But wait, you're Thunder.
Yes.
Your Thunder boys are.
They beat the Nuggets today.
That's a good basketball team, man. You think they're ready to make the leap?
Actually, we have a lot of sports talk. Actually, we could talk about. Let's run this baby 6 hours.
Yeah, let's just let it roll.
But I think they're significantly better than last year. I think Chet coming back is huge. Dude, I was looking at the numbers today. Chet against the Nugs had like a ridiculous like plus minus, like plus 25, and everybody was like Shea was like plus 11. Like
well, to see the way that they've been winning without him is like oh, that's scary.
And
when
dude,
he comes
Hardenstein,
huge pickup.
Unbelievable, dude. The guy, like his defense is great, rebounding's huge. We needed that, and also, dude, he's like money, like little push shot, little dump off. Like he's good.
He won the Knicks a lot of games last year. I watched a lot of Knicks games with Justin, and he was huge.
Yeah.
And Caruso, you like that boy
dude,
Caruso flying around out there?
Giddy for Caruso.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Huge.
Dude, no, the defense is crazy.
Yeah.
You have Cason Wallace, who's like probably
Lockdown.
one of the best.
Yeah.
My boy Lou Dort. I might pull out the Lou
Chamber.
Dort chamber. I might pull out the Lou Dort jersey one of these days.
That's so hard.
Yeah, Caruso. Those are three insane defenders.
SGA's a good defender. Jay Will's a good
yeah.
J-Dub.
And who else am I like? Kenrich Williams, that's a deep. Kenrich Williams is good. Who else on that bench? Aaron Wiggins is a really good scorer.
Yeah.
And Isaiah Joe. Isaiah Joe and Aaron Wiggins, like that's what guys you need in the playoffs that like could hit 3 threes in a row.
Yeah.
And both those guys can do it.
Yeah. It's fun. It's exciting. I think OKC's they got some juice.
I would love to see OKC Cavs final. I mean, that's very predictable. But I think at minimum, I'm not worried about jinxing myself, honestly. Western Conference Finals at minimum.
You have to go to the
Yeah.
Western Conference
Yeah.
Finals if you're that team this year. But I
Yeah.
will say, man, Golden State, since getting Jimmy, is they
Nah.
they're not.
They don't have it like that, in my opinion.
You don't want to play Steph Curry in the playoffs. You don't want to play Steph Curry.
But like
in the playoffs.
Clay is old and gone. Draymond is old.
Yeah, they're all on the wrong side of like
Yeah.
35.
Yeah.
But
No, I see that, but he just doesn't. And Jimmy too. I mean, you don't want to see Jimmy in the playoffs,
Yeah.
but maybe I don't know. I still think they're a beatable team.
Yeah.
But if you're the Nuggets or the Thunder or
Lakers.
the Lakers, yes, all
Yeah.
those three teams could beat the shit out of the Warriors.
Clippers seem like
Clippers,
without
no.
Kawhi there every night, they don't really have anything. And shit, you know.
I don't know
it's
much
the
about
NBA.
the East other than the Knicks and the Cavs.
It's like Boston, Cleveland,
Ah.
steep drop off the rest of the
Yeah.
league. But my Pistons are going to be a playoff team, I believe. They're going to miss the
Where are they at
play-in.
right
They're
now?
I think they're at the 6 right now,
Whoa.
knocking at the 5.
Whoa.
So that's just very fun for me. You know, I think that's
Dude,
really cool.
Yeah. And I love Kate Cunningham.
Yeah, man, he's
Yeah,
fun to watch.
yeah.
And we got spring training coming. I love when the boys start playing ball in the spring. That to me is like,
Dude.
man, it's summer's right around the corner. It's warming up. The boys are out there playing baseball.
We should
It's
have Dodgers
fucking-
game, brother.
We gotta do it.
Yeah.
Dodger game.
Yeah.
And I actually liked going out to Anaheim for the Angels game. That was kind of fun.
I've done that once. Yeah, I'd be down.
Yeah, Dodgers. I
Yeah.
believe the Tigers opened the season in LA for the Dodgers. I think tickets will probably be pretty expensive.
Oh, it's opening
but-
day.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
opening series.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
Yeah, dude. I love just sitting in the outfield, Dodger Stadium.
Yeah, man.
Great stuff.
Dodger dog action. It's good.
Yeah. I was gonna just one more
Yeah.
thing on the Intuit. I wanted to tell a funny story about that because I despise it. I went to go see Slipknot there. with
Do you have a mask? Do you keep a mask on you?
No, I don't. But
Ryan Duggan just entered the apartment for the listeners and the viewers.
What up? So that's a great question. I don't have a mask, but I was fifth wheeling with 2 metal couples. Shout out them. They're great. And they spiked me. I was wearing all black, of course. They gave me some spikes. Gave me like a little
Sick.
choker situation,
Dope.
little necklace situation, lots of wristbands. Like I was spiked up.
Yeah.
I was spike lead
Do you
up,
go to
dude.
a lot of? That was Spike lead up, dude. That was a Spike Lee joint. Do you go to a lot of like hardcore metal shows?
I'm trying to go to more, dude.
That's a scene that you can thrive in.
Yeah, I mean, I like that scene for
You
sure.
don't used to that kind. It took me as a surprise when I learned that. You don't really have that vibe to me, but that's cool.
Yeah,
What do you like about it?
I just got energy.
It's just like the fucking. There is.
I like
energy there,
hard
huh?
rock music, and I like the showmanship, like the best. Like, I mean, I'm not. That's the thing. Screamo and metal very different. That's the number one
Okay.
thing I love to differentiate.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really like screamo. Like,
Right.
if I'm feeling like disaster mode.
Like
I
if
think
I'm really sad or something. or,
yeah,
like,
yeah. But even then,
pissed
like
at
I
the
really
world.
99% of it I don't like. But like hard rock metal, like it's great showmanship. So, like the lead singer, oftentimes the guitarists are great. Like,
Okay.
it's a great live show, high energy.
Yeah.
And metal people are like, they're maybe visually alarming at
I've
first.
heard it's a very supportive, kind
extremely
community.
supportive,
Yeah.
extremely supportive. But I went to Slipknot. I got spiked up. I went in, and then the Intuit Dome. Like we parked, and they're like, "You guys have too many spikes on. You're gonna have to de-spike."
Excuse me.
And I'm like, you know what concert this is,
Why
right?
do you know what's happening
Yeah.
right now?
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm gonna take off some of them. I'm not taking off all of them.
Be goddamned if you see me take off
Yeah.
all these.
So we had to do a
spikes.
sad little spike walk back to my Honda Civic, and then de-spike a little bit.
Yeah, that and they the fucking the bag like they wait till you get to the front of the line and they're like,
Yeah.
oh, you got to go to bag check, dude, which is
Yeah.
the longest line you've
Yeah.
ever seen, or you just walk back to your fucking car.
Yeah. But all that to say, honestly, dude, I'm pretty comfortable saying this. Like, fuck the Intuit Dome. Really.
Yeah, dude.
I'm not going back unless it's for free.
Right, unless I
Yeah.
think 1000% like it was not worth
Yeah.
the headache over there.
No, dude.
What else, man? What else has been going on?
What else has been going on?
What's in the news?
I had. What did I want to talk to you about?
You brought notes, dude.
Yes, I
What's in your
did.
fucking notes app?
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, check that.
I'm on Do Not Disturb. Since I'm on Do Not Disturb mode,
Yeah.
I want to like, my apartment I'm on my last days of my larger apartment, but I want to like have people over, like do something. I want to do like a no phone night. Like everybody
Ooh.
puts their phone
In
in like a
little bit of
room or
bag,
something,
Yeah.
and just like see what that. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah. When's the last time you ever went phoneless for like an extended period of time?
2022 in the morning when I was living with my parents, I was like, I'm gonna wake up, and this is why I didn't have a job, so like, it's obviously easier to do it in that way. But I woke up and I'm like, I'm not gonna like. I just read a book for a while. I took a couple walks, and like I didn't look at my phone from when I went to bed the previous night to like 8 p.m. maybe.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah. And that was cool. I remember it.
Did it make your brain feel better?
Yeah. I mean, it's just crazy, like how attached we like. It's like, any moment you're having, you could always just do that.
Yeah. Well, and so I just deleted Twitter and Facebook off my phone.
So I deleted Twitter a while ago. It was a great choice because Twitter is just so divisive now, dude. It's like it fuels. Hey, you just look at it and get mad.
Yeah, right.
It's built
crazy.
for you to look at it and get mad
and get pissed.
Yeah,
like literally,
yeah.
like
yeah.
And I was noticing that I was just doing it,
or get horny. There's one of those,
right?
Two, yeah. Or both.
It's tits or anti-Semitism, or very hot Nazi.
Yeah. So. Pick what you want, I guess.
But yeah, and it was like it would be like I was sitting down to watch a new episode of a show that I really liked, hit play on the show, and then I would just instantly be like, well, let me go on Twitter while I'm watching the show, or like on the fucking toilet, which is like I guess kind of an acceptable place to scroll, but like it was pissing me off that it was
taking
just
poops
so
on your phone,
instinctual.
liberating.
Yeah. And so I deleted it, and then I would be catching myself staring at my home screen on my phone, and it would be like I would black in, and I'd be like, why am I just looking at the apps on my phone? I'll be like, because I just muscle memory was ready to go to Twitter, but Twitter's not there. So so I'm trying, basically.
Yeah, dude, it's tough, man. I I mean, if I was really based, I would get rid of Instagram, but I don't think I can do that.
And it's also like Instagram, I feel like, is the one, at least I tell myself, that like I need for my career.
Yeah.
The most insane reels ever. I was like, this is good for my future.
Yeah, that and Facebook Marketplace are two things that are going to be tough for me to get rid of. I've been trying to sell a copy of NCAA Football 25 to a guy who just keeps on pushing the date to me, and I'm like, get a grip, man.
You're done with NCAA 25? I guess 26 is on its way.
Well, I don't like. Dude, my roommate had it. I played it like nonstop for a week. I like went through like 3 seasons of franchise mode or Dynasty, and I was like, what? I literally like X'd out a week of
deleted.
my life.
That was my problem with it. 'Cause it came out like in July or whatever, and that was in the period when I didn't know if I was gonna start working for Renee and all them.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to look for a new job in case I got that one, and NCAA came out, and I put easily over 100 hours into that game, dude. And it did reach a point where I was like, wow, I need to stop. This is a problem for me.
Yeah. I also, if we could pivot,
please.
NFL draft.
Yeah.
My Titans have the #1 pick.
Ooh.
I've been reading up so much. I've been watching a lot of film, both sober and not sober, and I think you get different insights.
You do. You're drunk watching me like, this guy can fucking run. This guy's fucking special.
This guy can't get past the second read.
Yeah, he'll never make it in the NFL. This is burping. It's fat. This is 6 beers in. That is the best.
Yeah.
I love watching high school tape. Michigan gets new recruits. Well, let's fucking see what this guy's doing. Oh God. He's a man amongst boys out there.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, so who do you think the Titans should select with their first pick?
Let me tell you what. This is a hot take in the community.
Yes.
Cam Ward.
Wow.
Not the truth.
Yeah. I was going to say, no way. Not at 1 overall.
No,
baby.
I can't talk. That's why I said second. I was watching his highlights, like his 4 or 5 minute highlights by like Just Bombs or whatever. Just actually, I like their highlights. But like somebody commented, which was the most poignant comment. Is that how you say that word?
Yeah. It's just funny to hear that said about a Cam Ward highlight tape from some internet commenter.
And he was like, even in his highlights, he's not getting to a second read.
And you're like 100%, dude.
Yeah.
I think it's time we play a game. How does that sound to you?
Yeah. Oh wait. Oh no, I'll just plug stuff at the end of this. Who cares?
Yeah. Do you have anything else on your notes that you'd like?
I have lots of. No, let's do this first though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't look.
I'm not.
Hold on. Let me see if I can. No, that doesn't work. Well.
I also just want to say my perch. Who wants to be a? What the fuck is this?
Sorry. Go ahead. What were you saying?
I was gonna say I want to say a quick obituary to, due to my new job, which I'm very excited about. I will not be going to Chicago for St. Patrick's Day.
I'm going.
And that. Yeah. What?
Yeah. I'm going.
Dude.
Well, I'm going for the this Thursday through Sunday.
That's what I do. That's what I do. Dude, that could have been so sick.
We could have gone into it. Your damn career ambitions keep getting in the way. What happened? Oh, just this.
Yeah, just I
can't time it out.
Do it.
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't. That's even. I wish I didn't know that.
I'm sorry. I should have told you.
Yeah, dude, that's been my personal tradition. When I was in college there, after college, I go back every year.
I've never been for St. Patty's Day. I'm
it's
pretty
the best.
stoked.
It's the best.
Looks awesome.
What are your plans? Do you have any plans?
Yeah, I've seen some old pals, the old guard that's living out there now. They have tickets for one of the bar crawl things.
Yeah, probably Wrigley, I would guess.
I want to say I don't remember what it is, but my plan is to get drunk.
Yeah, it's like the whole city's a party. Like
right. I want to look at that green river.
Dude, you had never seen it before? Oh, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
I'm gonna go,
if you want to be a real crazy man, there was a couple years where I would get there at like 7 a.m. and I'd watch them die.
Nice, that is cool. I like that.
But dude, it was just I've had some really just special fun Chicago memories. And you're getting in on Thursday. I don't know if you're doing anything on Thursday. There's a couple bars I could. Kingston Mines, Jazz Club, Kingston Mines, Empty Bottle in Ukrainian Village. Great like punk rock scene over there. Depends. Sometimes they have like hip hop. Sometimes they have all different types of things. Sometimes they have like folk music, but it's a lot of like punk rock situation. What else could I wreck you while we're here? Food stuff. El Tapatio, good Mexican food in Chicago. So there's not enough out here.
Yeah.
Are you going deep dish while you're there?
I don't like deep dish.
Yeah. It's just a belly bomb for sure.
Yeah, it's soupy and shit. I don't like to eat my pizza with a fork.
Yeah.
I like. I'll probably get a Chicago dog though.
Yeah.
For
sure. Oh, also
Chicago dog.
Brother, me and you, we need to make this happen. Just have a 4 a.m. conversation in Old Town Ale House. I love it. It's Anthony Bourdain's favorite bar. It's the whole wall is full of like poorly kind of drawn self-portraits of like various famous people or just like kind of comical ones, and so you can't even see the walls, all just like paintings, and they're all like very zany paintings.
Cool.
And there's kind of no music in there usually, but there's like a really old jukebox that plays like kind of like a really faint like one piano note, and like so every like 20 seconds you just hear like a ding.
It is a good place to reflect.
And like it stays open until 5, and you kind of just you sit down, you chat,
exchange ideas.
All there is to do there is to chat.
Nice.
And like it just for whatever reason it just feels just special in there. And like one night I was like, like I said, can be restless, can be kind of stressed out.
Yeah.
Last time I was in Chicago, I was hanging out with some friends. I go outside, smoke a cigarette with this random dude who I just had met there. And I was kind of telling him how I was stressed out about stuff in LA and like my career and like things like that. And then he like, this is just why Chicago rocks. He just was like, dude, where's that Old Town Ale House at 4 a.m.? Like, this is fun. like we're having a good time, man.
Yeah.
Like
that is nice.
And that's just a complete stranger who just
right.
brought me back down to earth.
That's huge. And it's nice coming across. I try to think about that a lot whenever I get sad out in this crazy city. I'm like, hey man, I'm in LA. I'm fucking doing, I'm having a podcast with Paul Monteleone. Everything's pretty good.
Hell yeah, dude.
What can I complain about?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. We'll see how this goes.
Let's do it.
Guys, we're debuting a brand new Hunter Davidson Radio Hour original game show. This is an idea that I came up with many months ago.
Lovely.
And It was around the time Marissa had just really started getting involved with producing the show, and we were really trying to.
What up, Sweet Queen?
We were really trying to get a lot of new segments to do with guests, because we're trying to 2025 is going to be the year we start shaking things up on the show. We start doing more dynamic stuff. That's why I'm glad that we're having this episode, trying to move away from interviewee style and more towards banter.
Okay.
So I was pitching segments to Marissa, and I pitched this one, and she said, "What the hell is that?" And I said, "What do you mean?" And she said, "We're not doing that, and we're never going to do that." And I said, "Well, we might do that."
Well, it's called the Hunter Davidson Radio Hour.
We might do that. She said, "Hunter, please, for the love of God, we're not doing that." So I said, "Okay, fine." And then I made this. I made this for myself, and I brought it out. We've had a couple guests on when Marissa's here, where I'm like, "It's time for this segment," and then I showed this screen, and Marissa will be like, "No, goddamn it, no!" And I'm like, "I'm just kidding." But Marissa's not here today.
Is she usually here?
Yeah.
Oh, I would like to just fuck with her. Like, no, just like
she was here yesterday. As of recording, yesterday was International Women's Day. So she was here yesterday with some great non-cis male guests, which we really love around here. But now
Let
it's
me
just
take a
the
moment.
boys.
Let me just.
Let's take a moment to shut up and listen.
Yeah.
Okay. And Marissa's not here.
I just shut up and dribbled right there, dude.
You do, dude. You're always shutting up and dribbling. You need to be more outspoken, I think. Marissa's not here. We miss her, but it means that the boys can play a game. And I said, who better to play this game than my good old pal, Paul Monteleone? So without further ado, I present to you Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Oh, fuck. I fucked it. Who Wants to Be a Krillionaire? Paul, I'm sure that you're familiar with Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Vaguely.
It's sort of a quiz show.
Yeah.
Answer questions as you go up. You get more money, and you can take the cash.
Are you paying me, or like what's happening?
I'm so glad you say that, Paul, because what I've done is I've compiled 7 questions about Antarctic krill.
Okay.
How familiar are you with them?
Dude, like
very
the most.
little. Oh, you're a krill expert. You're a krill expert. And if you can answer at least 4
out of 7
out of these 7 correctly, then you will win 1 pound of freeze-dried krill.
Yes.
That's a $36.99 value.
Yes.
I will ship it to wherever you would like it to be shipped, and then you will be a Krillionaire. You will be wealthy. You'll be krill rich.
Oh, it's fish food. I was like, can I eat it? I guess I could.
You could eat it.
Yeah.
It's best for fish.
Yeah.
But it could be eaten by Paul.
Okay.
So.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm pumped.
You know what the stakes are.
Yes.
You know the premise. Are you ready to begin round 1 of Who Wants to Be a Krillionaire?
Yes.
Okay. And your first question. Approximately how many individual
Southern Ocean? What the
adult
fuck is that?
krill? This is just verbatim what it said on the 10 facts about krill that I
also
pulled
the
this from.
capitalization here is a little off.
Well, so what happens here is when I hit enter on Google Slides, and then the first word capitalized, and I didn't change
Sorry,
it.
I don't mean to, but like, what is the Southern Ocean?
Just think of it as the ocean.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give you leeway on this. If I deem you close enough, I'll count it as correct. Because if you hit this on the money, I would be very impressed.
How many times can I phone a guy in cargo pants?
I'll give you 1. But if you want to use it now,
No.
Okay.
No, not yet.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I got it. Do I guess now?
Yeah,
or no?
yeah. That is true. If you do poorly, I do something mean.
200,000.
Oh, that is going to be correct. The correct answer is going to be more in the 700 trillion ballpark. So we're 0 for 1.
Okay, wait, but how close? Like, if I'm close, does that count?
If you had said like 300 trillion, if you were in the trillions, I would have considered.
I forgot
giving
trillion
it
was a unit of measurement.
But this is good. This question now,
I wasn't,
but it orients you for sort of the scale that you're dealing with. Okay, 0 for 1. It's time for question number 2. True or false? The collective weight of all the world's krill is about equal to that of the world's humans. 700 trillion krill. You think there's about 7 to 8 billion people.
I'm going to say true.
Oh! That's true! The weight of all of the world's krill and the weight of all of the world's humans is roughly 400 million metric tons.
Nice.
1 for 2, Mr. Paul. The krill is on the table. Question the third. What percentage of the world's ocean area is covered by krill? Again, I will give you a, let's say
90%.
Jesus, Paul, that's fucking crazy, obviously. That's going to be about 11% of the world's ocean. That would be so many krill, Paul.
Actually, that...
Use your judgment.
In hindsight, that is dumb.
90% of the world?
You can just go in any body of water and krill would be everywhere.
See so much krill. About 11% of the world's ocean is covered by krill. 1 for 3. So if my math's right, you only have one incorrection left. So this is a big question for you. Game 4. You got to win game 4 now, 2-1.
You do have to win game 4 at home.
Can't go down 3-1.
Yeah.
Here we go. Question number 4. Antarctic krill can reach up to blank in length. Now, I'm going to give you a couple hints here. The unit of measurement you're shooting for is centimeters.
I was going to say inches, okay.
And I will give you a 2-centimeter margin of error.
That's pretty small. Actually, no. I mean, depending on how you look at it, like under what lighting, it could be pretty big.
Nice.
And how many centimeters are in an inch?
About 2.5.
Is that true?
2.5 centimeters to an inch. Yeah. You don't remember a ruler?
No, brother.
10 centimeters would be a decimeter, I believe.
Okay, so 2.5 per inch.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna say 26.
26 centimeter krill.
Well, actually, no. I think that'd be a foot long.
That would be a very big.
Well,
krill.
I don't even know how fucking they look like. I don't know how big they are. I don't know what they look. I'm looking at. It's pretty big on the TV.
It is very
it's
big
pretty
on
big on the TV. Give me 14.
Oh. That's unfortunately going to be incorrect. It's going to be 6 centimeters.
I went big. You
went big, which, I can't fault you for that.
You're finding out how truly fucking stupid I am. I just don't know anything about krill.
These are hard questions, and you're not a krill expert, as we're seeing.
Were you fascinated by them?
Fascinated enough to make this fucking game, I guess. I think they're silly little guys.
Just like us.
They're just like us. They just like us.
Dude, another thing I was thinking, the last time I was on this podcast, They Not Like Us had just come out.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh my God, we didn't even know what we were getting into. Dude.
No.
Okay, so Paul, you're now 1 for 4, so you now have to be perfect from the floor.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I believe the questions get easier. I was kidding. How well do you know the ocean depth? Krill are capable of diving as deep as blank in the ocean.
Is this what unit of measurement?
This is going to be in meters.
Okay.
I will give you a 100 meter.
That's a lot of meters.
Range of
I'm
error.
Gonna say. $2,500 meters.
What did I say your range of error was?
Did you say 100?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was off.
Very close. It's going to be 2,000 meters.
That was pretty close. That was pretty close.
I'm going to let you stay in the game. I'm going to give you that one. 2,000 meters, a.k.a. the abyssal zone of the ocean. Krill
Is that a slur?
No. Krill typically hang out at around 250 meters, but they are able to get down to that deep, cold, dirty water.
Nice.
Yeah, it is.
They're nice little boys. They got big eyes. They
They
got
got
big old
eyes. They look like Charlie's eyes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Literally.
Continuing.
Yes.
The world's largest mammal, the blue whale,
Yes.
can consume how much krill in a day? Now we're talking individual krills.
Yes. And there are 7 trillion in the ocean.
I believe 700 trillion in the ocean. And just, say whatever I'm not going to give you an official range of measurement. Spit out a guess and then we'll see how close you were.
1 whale in 1 day.
Yeah, think about how big a blue whale is.
Yeah.
Huge.
I'm going to say
and how little krill is. How much krill could that thing swallow in a day?
90,000.
Damn. That sucks. That's going to be
my
3.6 million krill.
That's an insane statistic. That's an
right?
insane statistic.
Those are hungry boys.
Yeah.
So unfortunately
I'm out.
You're out of winning. You're not going to be a Krillionaire today.
But I do want to.
But you would like to finish the round.
I want to see how much more
sake.
incorrect.
Yeah. Welcome back to the show, Ben Servita. Okay. Next question. True or false? Krill can live up to
False.
6 years. That is correct. False. Krill can actually live up to 10 years, which is kind of interesting. I think.
Obviously.
Yeah. I think we might have one more. Does that sound right? Final Krillionaire question, Paul Monteleone.
Yes.
Monteleone?
However you want to do it, dude. It's artistic interpretation.
Nope, that was the last question.
Ah!
Oh, guys. Thank you for listening and watching to the first edition of this is not the end of the show. I know that's going to be confusing because you heard the theme song, but that was just the end of Who Wants to Be a Krillionaire. Paul, how would you rate your experience playing that? Obviously, you didn't know much.
I would give it a 6.
Oh, we'll take a 6. We've reached an hour of internet radio. I see
really?
Notes, but
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
happy to continue chatting with you.
Oh, I didn't know you. That was a question, dude. Time is
Nice
odd
when you're having fun with your bud.
So I'm gonna hit you with this.
Yeah.
What are your best and worst traits as a lover?
I think my best trait as a lover is probably I'm very communicative, and I'm not just saying it so that it can be on record on the internet, but I think I'm very generous and attentive, and like I very much like I want people to come away from a romantic experience with me feeling like that was good. He seemed to really care,
You're a hero.
I'm noble. I'm brave.
Yeah.
Worst attribute. There's probably a couple of things I could pick. I would say, especially post knee surgery, like I'm just like out of shape, and I've always been a very sweaty guy.
Same.
So I'm. We may have talked about this on the last episode. I'm always just like worried that I'm like sweating on some poor lady or like just like really just I got like, allergies and like kind of some fucked up like sinus stuff too, so I'm worried that I'm like making bad noises and just feeling like sweaty and gross.
That's a solid answer.
Yeah, I think so. You know, I really do think that having a small dick is fine. Am I right, dude?
Yeah.
Can we fucking get some air horns for that?
All my previous lovers, drop in the comment section exactly what you thought of it.
That would actually be a nightmare to have just honest, unfiltered thoughts about
For Hunter as well.
Specifically my penis.
Listen, if you're watching this long, you got thoughts.
Oh god, yeah. There's probably are former lovers that listen to this show.
Hell yeah, dude.
Um,
And for the personality.
what about you? What would you say are yours?
My best, I give effort. Like,
Yeah,
I
right.
give effort for sure.
Yeah.
You know, and I think I'm not afraid of intimacy at all.
Nice. That's cool.
I think I'm very open to eye contact. I think sometimes I will get a little quiet. I will get a little,
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. And I'm like, if I don't know what to say, I'll say nothing.
Yeah. And sometimes I get uncomfortable and I laugh. You know, but I'm not laughing at her trying to be sexy. I'm laughing at just like, oh, wow. This is crazy, you know.
And dude, sometimes I gotta watch myself with like, you can't be like making self-deprecated jokes in that situation.
Yeah.
You gotta be a man.
Yeah, no, but you're actually right though. You are, because you have to be self-deprecating to get them there.
Yes, but then you gotta go, I'm a perfect man.
I'm the ideal. I'm exactly who you want right now.
Yeah. Literally. No,
yeah.
And I think sweaty for me is definitely a big downfall.
Problem, dude. I feel because like sometimes I enter an encounter and I feel like my hair is
enter.
I feel like my hair's looking very flowy and like good.
I can see that being nice. Like if you're like down low and like you see little flip flop of the hair, I think that could be nice.
And it is nice, but then like, you know, 10, 15 minutes in, it's like matted to my head and like weird and shit.
Do you ever
and
hit
it looks
like
bad.
Do you hit a comb through ever?
Yeah. That feels nice. That's just for me though.
That's Fabio mode, dude. That's Fabio mode.
And it's
Do you ever hit a lower lip bite?
During, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I definitely have. Yeah, for sure I have. Cause I like to do this move, right? I like to do just like I like to hit that one.
Nice.
Fuck.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious.
Yeah, I don't, you know. Yeah.
So,
it
seems like you're just painful to get that out. But I mean,
sometimes I don't like going through the Rolodex of everything.
Yeah. How are you? I mean, maybe this is off pod. Maybe it's on pod.
Go ahead.
How romantically right now? How are you feeling about things?
Flying completely blind.
Yeah.
Blind as a Bird Box.
Dude, good movie.
Bird Box.
People forget how good of that movie.
Bird Box was lit. Yeah, I don't know. There was a period a couple months ago where things were looking good. I was doing well, and then I think I must have said something or done something.
That'll happen, dude. That'll happen.
I say stuff that I don't even realize would be anything. I say shit that I'm just like, oh, you were listening to that. Not like that, but like
what was it? Can I
it's not even anything bad. I just I guess I'm not just the right vibe. I think,
not matching the vibe, and also like I think it's best if you're like a direct communicator.
Yeah,
I mean, there's like a proper, like a respectful way to do it and a not respectful way to do it. Or just not filter yourself at all, which is troubling at times for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm trying to figure out like how to communicate better.
Yeah, because I find like I'm I'm most of the time probably too aloof. Like I'm kind of laid back.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
when you like, are you making all the plans, or are you like you can make the plans, or like
I prefer to not, just because I like to just show up.
Yeah.
I'm lazy.
Yeah.
But I absolutely will. And if it's like, yeah, I'd like to see you, let's make some plans. But then it was like a thing of like, we're just busy, I guess. But I also I think sometimes I'm just too, just like, yeah, whatever. Like I'll see you, and it'd be nice to see you. And then sometimes I guess I'm like, I really like you, and that I think can freak people out. But I never say that. I never say I don't want to be your boyfriend. I've never said that.
Really?
But
You've never said that?
No,
I feel like that's something that people say.
It's something I would like to say.
Yeah. I've never said I love you at the wrong time, or really at all to a.
No, yeah, and I think that might also be part of it, maybe. But I always figure, nobody really.
I love you, baby.
Yeah. Well, actually, I had a girl in college. It was only like my second time ever having sex. Tinder girl. and it was it was our first time seeing each other, and she said, "I love you." It was like we matched on Tinder.
That's hilarious.
She was like, "Come over." We came over. She's cool. I love you, and I was like, "What?" I remember just being like, "What?"
You should have matched her energy. Like, let's get married.
In hindsight, I totally should have, because I didn't see her again after that. Cause I think she was embarrassed. I just kind of laughed at the moment, but it didn't like kill the mood in the moment or anything. But I was like, obviously, I don't love you. Yeah. But I wish I had been like, I love you too. Like, I love you too. But I've never. I don't know if I've ever, even in person, told a woman that I actually did love that I loved her. Is that sad?
I mean, I guess like your mom and stuff, but like
I mean, yeah.
You've never told a woman in person? No, I mean, same here, dude.
Yeah.
We're just a couple young bucks, kind of. We're just
roaming.
roaming,
rambling men.
We're rambling, exactly.
Gambling boys.
I think it's a good way to find a way to live for the time being.
Yeah, I mean, you're only in your early 20s once. Well, you're out of them. You're in your mid 20s now.
I mean, so are you technically, but I mean, yeah, dude. I mean, in LA also, you get to be a fucking child for long.
Right. I have until, from what I've heard, 35.
Yeah, I was gonna say like 32, but yeah, I mean, yeah, same, dude.
We'll push it up.
Yeah, dude, bump those numbies up.
Maybe science will reach a point in the next decade where we can really change ourselves into the perfect physical versions.
Would you want to live more than like 100 years?
No.
Yeah.
No,
What do you think of what's your afterlife take?
Oh, great question. It would be awesome if I was just like nothing, like just black forever.
I mean,
that's fine to think that. I mean, I think that you get to enjoy something after our trip on this mortal coil, or something after. I like to think that it's nice and that it's Hey man, what do you think the afterlife's like? Yeah, I don't really know either. But I think it's nice. I think all my old dogs are up there, and my grandparents and stuff.
Yeah.
And you can probably do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I think. What do you think?
I think it might just go to all black, but I've also been like,
I wouldn't hate that.
Yeah, because you just wouldn't know, I guess, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I think. There's also like the possibility of your spirit continuing, and I've heard of like stuff of like people dying and coming back to life, and like they said they saw stuff.
Yeah, but that's probably just like a crazy like electrical reaction in their brain, right?
Yeah,
chemical flood.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know, dude. I would like my stance. I think officially is like I would like there to be something, but
you're a man of science at the end of the day. You haven't seen.
I'm not. I'm just like I'm a little skeptical.
Yeah. Did you grow up religious?
I went to Sunday school, and I also. Pretty badass, pretty sexy, pretty fucking alpha. I played the chimes in my church group, and like honestly, dude, ladies like me in a polo, no chest hair, like fucking not wanting to be there, like playing the chimes, just sad,
like dejectedly.
Yeah, and like just not knowing, like what my life was at that point.
Yeah. Like, am I gonna be playing chimes forever?
Yeah.
When does the shit end?
Yeah. So, like, as that was like a kind of a hot, sexy, like king moment for me.
But you never got like no priest.
Well, actually, yeah, no. Let's just talk about it, bro. Well, in Midnight Cowboy, John Voight got touched. Although I make no mistake, I did fall asleep for part of the movie, missed that part.
You are kind of a Midnight Cowboy, aren't you?
I think I'm a bit of a midnight cowboy for sure. I think that's a high compliment.
Yeah, you are. You're active in the wee hours of the morning, I think.
Yes, for sure, dude. I was on a date at Midnight Cowboy last night, and literally like I'm sitting right next to her. I also never really know like. Are we doing the arm round? Are we not doing the arm round? Like, is it just for show?
Like, am I supposed to hold your hand?
Is this even comfortable? Is this even comfortable?
Right.
But dude, I was like really tired, and so I was not enjoying the movie that much. So like our forearms were touching.
This is nice.
Our forearms were touching, and then like it was boring, and I like. And then like I shot back up, and then she went like.
Sorry, babe, I fell asleep for a second.
Sorry, babe, the movie you picked is tremendously boring.
Sorry, I just could not give less of a shit about what we're watching. But thanks. I'm enjoying being next to you, I think.
And then like she was asking me about the movie afterwards, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, like the cowboy part was cool.
I really liked the cowboy parts, and I like that it was midnight. I like that it was late.
I mean, I don't know, dude. Apparently, it was preserved in the Library of National Congress of like, historically irrelevant movies.
Relevant.
Historically irrelevant movie.
Yeah.
But I don't know what fucking bozos over at the National Congress fucking picked that one. But what fucking knobheads over there with dingbats, complete dingbats, picked that movie.
Oh, jabronis.
Jabronis. Back to organized religion.
Yeah, let's tackle this one.
So I did Sunday school. Also, dude, we had these fucking weird parents every year for for the school year. You would go and they would it's funny. Each parent, my parents never did it, but each parent would have a different vibe. Like there was this one couple who they were super religious, very buttoned up. And they scared all the kids.
Yeah.
They scared us so hard. They're like, if you sin at all, you're cooked.
Hell yeah.
Which brings me, I want to plug Joshua Wright Guided on Instagram. He's like a no-fap religious guy. Dude.
Oh, that's right. We have to talk about that.
Unironically, ironically, I think it's hilarious, but the best content on Instagram right now, and it's not close. It's not. He does completely deadpan sketches about God's gonna smite you down if you jerk off. He's literally fully believes that
it's harming yourself. Yeah,
God will fuck you in the ass. You'll never go to heaven if you look at any women that aren't wearing full clothes.
Yeah. And the last time we spoke in person, you were
I'd love to talk about
in
this.
the midst of a nofap.
Yes.
You were doing it.
I
self-abstinence.
Yeah, I forgot where I was in the nofap last time. Last time when we were talking, I got to 68 days.
Yeah, I think you were a month or so in it. Yeah. Oh wait, okay, sorry.
Sorry. But I got to 68 days. Then I missed a flight and I got stressed and I had to break fast. I had to break fast.
Were you at home?
Yes.
Okay,
I missed my flight. I woke up. I was like, fuck. I have to.
So did you leave for the airport and come back, or you were just no, missed my flight?
I was so cooked.
Yeah,
I was so cooked. So then I broke fast.
Wow. What was the was it oh fuck, cooked, flight canceled? Guess I'll jerk off. What's
and it's also as an addict, because we all are porn addicts, not to project, but as an addict, you find a way to validate why you should be doing it now.
Right.
I'm like, I'm about to go home, fresh start. I'm home for the holidays for 2 weeks. I don't want all this old cum in me.
Yeah.
It's
LA cum.
Yeah, no,
Can't
it's
bring that home.
Yeah, no, it's a fresh start. I want to start anew.
Yes.
So I kind of just had to clear system. But
yeah.
I had to reboot.
But it's healthy.
Yeah. So then I rebooted, and then I was just being a bad boy for the past 8 months after that. Now, my 100 day, I've passed 68 days. My 100 day is March 29th.
Wow.
So that puts me, what day? What's today?
Today's March 9th. So you have 20 days.
I'm at 80 right now, which is pretty cool.
Wow, dude, that's very impressive. That's absolutely applause worthy. And was it this Instagram content creator that inspired you to go on this journey?
He just makes me laugh very hard.
And it's nice to have a voice that's in your corner that you can.
Yeah. And it's literally it's so funny. He does he splits the screen in half and he's like heaven and hell, and it's in hell he's like, damn those shawties, we're looking fat tonight, and then it's damn bro, you were wilding out at the club, and then and then it's the heaven side of the screen, and it's just a guy sitting by himself reading the Bible and being and then his girlfriend is do you want to have premarital sex, and he's like, no.
Yeah, you sent me one of these videos. They are so funny.
The creativity is through the roof, and it's they're pretty high production value. Their lighting's really good, and it's just a guy who just hates pornography and loves God.
As I remember that one that was yo, those ladies at the club were all over you, dude. And he's yeah, I was going nuts, and that's how. And then Heaven's dude, we missed you at the club last night. These ladies were crazy, and he's I was just locked in on my spiritual journey.
Yeah.
Shit's so good.
And he's not meaning to be funny.
Right. He's being sincere. Yeah. Do you have ADHD or anything like that?
Probably, dog.
We should probably wrap up the show.
Yeah.
But Man, it was great having you back on.
Yeah.
Let's not wait until you get a new job for you to come back on again.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
You have some things that you'd like to plug.
Oh, thank you. I was gonna forget about that.
Please.
Thank you for the game. I'd like to plug. This I don't know when this is gonna come out, but like it's fine if not.
Yeah.
At the newly established Zebra Room,
yes.
Friday, March 13th, 7:30 p.m. We're all gonna make it comedy.
Oh, cool.
You can, if you can make it, I would love.
I'll be
that.
in Chicago.
Oh, right. Fucking God, having more fun.
Uh-huh.
Thank you, Misha, for that. That's
shout out Misha
at the Zebra Room. And then the following Tuesday, March 18th.
Okay.
Is that how many days are in between those 2 days? Or am I an idiot?
Yeah, no.
That's insane.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday,
yeah.
Monday.
Nice.
Tuesday.
Nice. Jet Lagged Comedy at HI High Santa Monica.
Cool.
Which I believe is a hostel.
Nice. Cool.
Tuesday, March 18th at 8 p.m. Thank you, Don Charles. And,
nice.
An old Deaf Noodles friend on that one.
Yeah.
So we got 2 shows coming up. I'll be hosting at Jet Lagged Comedy.
Cool.
I'll be doing a set at We're All Gonna Make It at the Zebra Room.
Cool.
I'm excited to host a show.
We'll put your episode out this week then. And,
Yeah. So I'm pumped for that. And then after that, I think I'll probably just chill a little bit on stand-up, focus on the job stuff.
Word.
And yeah, thank you for having me, bro.
Love you, Paul. Come if you're a stand-up comedian listening to this. Come to open mics at Badger and Jam. I'll be there on Tuesdays from now 6 to 11 p.m. Maybe.
No comment.
If people come to that, but also come on any day because we need you and we love you and it's fun and do it. Okay, bye.